This might be the most brilliant safety shot I've seen in my career. Ding Junhui played a red that was tight on the cushion down to the bottom of the table, but incredibly the cue ball travelled back along the same path and somehow squeezed itself into the tiny gap between the green ball and the cushion, creating an absolutely perfect snooker. I was pacing around the table with my hair all over the place trying to figure out how on earth to escape this one. All the reds were clustered at the bottom of the table, and the slightest mistake would hand my opponent a scoring opportunity. This was the best of -19 final, and I'd already lost 4 frames in a row. If I couldn't win this frame back, it would definitely mess with my head for the rest of the match. So I absolutely couldn't afford to mess this up. After weighing my options, I decided to risk a thin cut using the jaw of the pocket to redirect the cue ball. It was a spectacular Hail Mary attempt, but the risk of missing was massive. This snooker had me absolutely cornered. Ding came to the table, studied the position carefully, and seeing no attacking opportunity, immediately requested a respot. On my second attempt, the cue ball clipped the middle pocket jaw and changed direction. I was proper frustrated at that point. With the experience from those first 2 attempts, I finally managed to escape on the third go. Even though I only gave away 8 points to get out of it, the cue ball still ended up leaving a scoring chance. I was gutted because I knew Ding was about to unleash absolute chaos. At this point, more than half the colours were off their spots. The green was tight on the cushion, and the pink was blocked by reds. Clearing the table from this position was still going to be properly difficult, but Ding, playing at home, was absolutely on fire and ready to take on any challenge. After potting the black, Ding only needed one more red-black combination to get ahead on points. But to pull off a dominant clearance, he'd have to deal with all the tricky situations on the table. This positional shot was absolutely sublime, perfectly setting up a downward angle for the next shot. Whether he could keep the break going depended on this crucial pot. Absolutely unbelievable. Ding played a pinpoint plant and split, breaking open the pack while the cue ball landed perfectly for a red to the bottom pocket. Such explosive attacking play had the entire arena going wild. And having already gone ahead, Ding was about to put on an absolute masterclass. With no direct shot on the pink or black, Ding used the blue as a transitional ball. His mid-range positional play was smooth as butter. Even though he is not at his peak anymore, those vintage performances are still absolutely stunning. That is just pure class. The pink dropped perfectly while the cue ball landed right where he wanted it. On the red tight to the cushion.
50.